Hello everyone, it's Kathy and welcome back here in my craft room. I'm so excited about today's project. I know I say that every time, but I am here to tell you that I am so excited about this little project that I'm worked on. Okay, let me see who we have. Of course, my Jennifer is here. Thank you, Jennifer, for being here and being such a good moderator for me. Let me go down my list, and Randy and Marlene and Jennifer Rial, Margie Ryan, Tina Gascon, Tina Barker. Oh my goodness, Randy. I think I already said Randy. Diane. Oh my gosh, Marlene. We got a house full, and I mean, that was almost immediate, and that makes me happy because so many times I have to wait for everybody to kind of generate in. Y'all know what I forgot? I forgot my rings, but you know what? It's okay. We're gonna craft without them. If y'all notice, most of the time I don't wear jewelry when I'm crafting. When y'all see my hands only, usually I'm in a ratty t-shirt, not ratty, but you know, one of my old t-shirts, and a pair of shorts or jogging pants, depending, and I never put jewelry on when I'm crafting. A lot of times even my watch will get in my way because it'll clink against my mat. I hate that. But anyway, Rosie, welcome in. I'm so glad everyone's here this morning. We've got 11. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. That really helps my algorithms, and that's technical terms for YouTube seeing that y'all like what I do, and they push me out there so more people can see me. That is a wonderful thing. Before we get started, I got a shout out to, oh, and I got another card I should have gotten. Jennifer, I didn't bring your card in here. I do have it. This is a card that I got from Marlene, and I saw this on Facebook, so you can imagine the surprise when I saw this in my mailbox. So thank you so much, Marlene. It was so sweet. It's a beautiful card, and the sentiment was beautiful, and thank you so much. She just let me know that she appreciates me, and she knows I appreciate her. But I appreciate all of you. Thanks so much. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up. I really, really need those. And it's not so much the little thumbs up by your name, but it's the little beside the live chat. If you'll go over and click on that, there's a thumb up and a thumb down. Give me the thumbs up. I appreciate it so much. So anyway, God bless you. I am just thrilled to death today. And I think what I'm going to do without any further ado, if I can reach my mouse, it's over here. I'm going to see if I can just go ahead and get y'all down to the craft table, because that's where we need to be, right? Right. You know, I'm going to move a little bit because I need to move my map over. I'm looking at it in the screen and it's not where it needs to be. That is a little bit better. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. That looks about perfect. So now I can transition over and you're going to see the cute little projects that we're going to make today. And there we go. Aren't those cute? It is a little treat box, and I saw this Crafting with Amore. But the one that she did was like this. It was a little bitty one. And it's beautiful. Now, she didn't use the flowers on hers. I think she used the citrus fruit. But I wanted to do something with those paper florist dies. And that is exactly what I used with this. But you can see how small her box is. And I thought, if I'm going to give somebody some candy, I want to give them some candy. I don't want it to be like 2 or 3 little pieces in there. So I sat and, from her measurements, I sat and made my box and made it bigger. So it worked out really good, and we're going to make another one. This one I did in the Orchid Oasis and white, and the flowers. I'm going to show you how to make these flowers. I had done a video. It was very lengthy. I never put it up because I figured it would be better to come on and show you how to do the flowers when I was putting them on a project. That's like, you know, killing that one bird with 2 stones. No, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I mean. Anyway, here's my flowers. This is one that I did, and I'm going to show you just how easy it is to put these together. So I've got a couple of these. These make that middle, and these are just the flat little flowers, and it cuts 4 of these out at one time. Let me show you those dies again. I love the set. I really, you know, when I saw it, it was definitely overlooked. I have to tell you, it was overlooked. And you know what I forgot? And I told Jennifer I needed to get it before I sat down. I did not get Bella her treat. So here I go. I got to run and get her treat because, like Marlene said, she has me well trained. Thank goodness I don't have to go far. I think I need to put a bag of these little treats right here so she can get them all the time, because the little girl don't need to eat anymore because she's already a little chunky monkey. So anyway, yes, we definitely need more than a couple of pieces of candy. If we're going to do a box to put candy in, now you could use this box for anything. You could put a little small gift, a little bottle of lotion or hand sanitizer. It's a nice little size box, and that's why I like this one better than this one. Now, I could see this one having its place, but I really liked the way the bigger one turned out. At least for me, I liked it. Maybe it's because I made it, but nevertheless. But anyway, here's the paper. I'm all over the place, y'all, so bear with me. These are the dies. And I showed them to y'all in the video that I did where I was just kind of showing y'all some of the dies that are standalone dies, which means there's no stamp set attached to these dies. This die set does not need a stamp. The dies do all the work. And I love them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you some of the pieces. What's so neat about this, if you notice the dies, this one cuts out enough for 2 flowers. You get 2 small ones and 2 large ones. And if you center them over top of each other like this, and maybe even put a dimensional, the mini dimensionals work perfect for these. And then you get a little lift, and then you can put one of the little yellow dots or one of these on it, and you've got a beautiful flower. Just that simple. So this seemed to be the one that confused people the most, and that's this flower here. So with this particular die, it cuts all 3 of your petals. I've seen people do it with the 6 petals. I like the 3. I don't think you need the other petals unless you just want to put them under, you know, to lay flat. But I prefer taking a leaf or something and putting under it. I just think it looks better that way. Some of these leaves I pulled off of other ones because I was really under the crunch trying to get here by 12 o'clock, and I made it with a couple minutes to spare. But anyway, I'm going to show you first how to put the flower together, and I think I'm going to do, what did I do with those other ones? I thought I cut, I guess I didn't. I've got a whole bunch of pieces in here and different flowers that I've made, but I wanted to show y'all, and I thought, well, maybe I stuck them back in here, but I don't think I did. That would be a pretty one too with those 2 colors. I thought I had the mauve. Oh, I do. They're under here. I thought I cut them. I'm like, am I losing it? Don't answer that, y'all. You know I am. So anyway, let me pull these all out of here. I even have one of these centers I left in the die because it didn't want to come out when I did it. Sometimes you can pop them out by doing that. Sometimes you can do it with just your finger. That worked. See, they're so cute, and I mean, look how stinking cute that is. So many cute little things you can do with this set of dies. They are quite an investment. They're not a cheap set, but when you see everything that they can do, I think they're well worth the money. All right, this is the one like I said, that everybody was thrown with. So I'm going to try to show you as best I can. Let me get my other bone folder. Also, before we get going any further, I want to show you something that I've done lately. And I don't know that if you saw it on my blog. Anyway, this is our PDF tutorial. I got a picture of both the projects. I'll put another picture on here too when we finish the one we're going to do today. But I have y'all a diagram with a picture. And of course my regular product sheet that has my links and the products that I use. I also have become an Amazon affiliate. So I have all of these links for things that I use outside of Stampin' Up! Products. Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry any of these products, so I think I'm okay. I did list my art glitter glue because I love it, and it's what I use. And I'm going to stop putting it in a Tombow bottle or lying about it. It's what I use. So anyway, I have a link for everything that y'all see me use. My little corner rounder that I'm going to use today. If you would, even if you're not going to shop from my list, if you'll go into your Amazon account and just load your cart up with whatever you're going to shop for, close out, go to my web page or one of my videos and just grab any link and click on it. Then go back and go to your cart and check out. You don't have to necessarily put my products in your cart for me to get credit, but that will help me out. I'm trying my best to do everything possible to fund my crafting journey, because like I told you, my husband's not happy because I'm not making money. So I got to turn a profit any which way I can. So I thought that might be a way. All right, back to these. They are perforated right here. So what you want to do is fold that over and then give it a good press, and do each one of them like that. When you bend it, it'll automatically go into place. And just give it a good press with your bone folder, and press it and fold it. Now once you get this done, I like to curl this part of my leaf before I glue these together. To do your petals, all you do is cross that over like that, and it makes a cute little petal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the side of my bone folder and curl that just a tiny bit in the opposite direction of my fold. See my folds right there? Let me put it like that. See my folds like that? So I'm curling it in this direction. And all that's doing is breaking down the fibers in that paper, which that's what you want to do. Now once you get those like that, let's bring out my glue. And I'm going to take and put, and it depends if you're right-handed or left-handed, but I like to put the glue on my right-hand side, and you don't need but a little bit. And then I like to cross it over like that. And then I just hold it for a second. And I like using the glue because I feel like it holds it better. And if I missed anybody, yes, I know that, Randy, they do. So many times I see, oh my goodness, Kathy, I wish you'd have known it too. But you know what? There's always next time. So that just helps me out, and it will put a little extra money in my pocket. Doesn't cost y'all a dime to use those links. Doesn't make your products any more expensive, but it does help me, and in turn that helps me be able to continue to bring y'all hopefully what y'all consider good content videos. At least I hope so. So make sure your curl is, you know, going down, and then you cross those over like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get glue on all three of these little petals. Set up art glitter glue. And then I'm going to cross that over just like that. And now they're glued pretty good. So what I want to do is I'm going to put two of them together about like that, and just glue them one on top of the other. So I'm going to put glue all right here. And then I'm just going to sit this one down into that glue. Just like. Jennifer's asking me a question, so I'm answering her in case y'all are wondering why I'm talking and y'all aren't understanding it. No, Jennifer, that's fine. Maybe just the ones that I use, the actual products that I use. Jennifer was asking me about the affiliate links, that I want her to put those in the chat. I told her if I use products, like I just used the art glitter glue, so she could do that one if she likes. I am going to use a corner rounder that I use all the time. She could put that in. This is the Dress Your Craft Teflon bone folder. I love this bone folder. Yes, you do get a deal when you buy online, and I've gotten to the point that I do so much shopping online. Now this next petal works better if you put it under. See what I mean? If you try to stack this on top, it pushes your petals open, but if you put it there, it seems to work much better. So see what I mean? Just glue it to the back underneath. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put glue right here, and then I'm going to take this petal and put it to the back and just hold it. Let that petal adhere really well. And there's some plain circles in these dies like this that you can cut out a circle to put under the bottom of this if you need a base. Sometimes you need a base, and those work really well for those. But today we're just going to make this little flower. Yes, and you can see my glue oozing in there, but that's okay because that will dry clear, and it'll be all right. So what I'm going to do now is I want a yellow center, and this right here is the Lemon Lolly. I love that shade of Toby. You know, when I get on the phone or I get on here to do a live is when it seems like my puppies are like, they turn into 2-year-old children. All I'm doing on this is I'm curling it. I'm breaking down the fibers of that paper just to make this curl a little bit better. And you know what I love to use? My Take Your Pick tool. This part of my Take Your Pick tool, this little area right there, works so great for curling these. So I put it on that area right there and just roll it. Roll it, roll it. Toby, enough. Yes, I can remember when my oldest was 2 years old and I'd be on the phone trying to make a business call, and she would be sitting in the hallway pitching a little hissy fit, screaming her eyes out for nothing. I thought, is this what, do all kids do this? And you know what? They do. And I guess my puppies think, well, my puppies are not puppies anymore. They're old dogs now, but they're still my puppies. So they'll always be my puppies. All right, and I'm just going to hold that because I really want that to adhere really well before I start pulling those pieces down. All those little cut edges that you see right here, all will bend over and make that beautiful little center like you see right there. Isn't that cute? So this one is made out, this one I think is Daffodil Delight and the Moody Mauve. And of course that one is the Moody Mauve and the Lemon Lolly, and this is Lemon Lolly. Jennifer just reminded me that I forgot to show y'all the giveaway today. Well, the giveaway today, I'm going to let y'all choose. I'm going to have 2 prizes, and the first one that we pull the drawing from will get to choose which one they want, and then the next winner will get what's left. So I'm going to have 2 winners today, and give me just a minute. See how I'm pulling those petals down? Just use your thumb and pull those down like that. And I'm telling you, if you have not gotten this die set, and especially if you like to do 3D projects, this is so much fun. Now after I get that done, if you want to, you can put it on a white center, and then it will give you the illusion, like if you put this down in here, I might need a smaller one. Let's do the small one. If you put that down in there and then sit this on top of it, it will give you the illusion of a white center down inside of there, just like that. So I think I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my silicone craft sheet out here because I don't want to get glue all over my glass mat. And this is a magnetic glass mat, and I even have a link for Amazon for that, which is cheaper on Amazon than the actual company that I bought mine from. But I love it. These magnets don't come with it, but you can buy them. They're very strong, and you can use them for stenciling. And this thing wipes clean with just a wipe, and it doesn't matter if you get ink or glue or whatever on it. It doesn't stain or anything. Everything just comes off of it, and I love it. I've been using it now for several months, as y'all well know, and I have really enjoyed it. The only thing that I do notice is you can see the glare of my ceiling fan, and sometimes you can see my camera up here. But other than that, I absolutely love this mat for working on. It's scratch resistant, but not completely scratch free. You can get scratches on it if you use sharp things on it, so I am pretty careful. Now see what that does? That gives me a dot now. Oh, well, almost did. It gives me a dot if I let the glue dry, to be able to glue it down into the center of that flower, which I think works really well. Now I'm going to take my Take Your Pick, and I'm going to just use that to hold that down in there. And you can open your petals a little bit more if you need to. And we're just going to get that adhered in there, maybe. Okay, I'm going to set that over there and let it dry while we put some more flowers together. And remember what I told you about, I had my, let me show you all the prizes real quick. Of course, I'm going to give away the card that I make today and probably this set as well. The only bad thing is I hope this doesn't get crushed in the mailing. I'll put fragile on it and hope that it won't. Those are hard to send. The other person is going to get, or whoever chooses, let me take this dot off. This is a brand new pack of the red rhinestones. I figured, you know, I'm going to be doing some Christmas cards real soon because we're going to do some Christmas in July. But these are beautiful for Christmas cards. And 100% serious, Margie. Well, okay, I missed that. Jennifer have to fill me in because I don't know what's going on. I missed all that. Yeah, you have to be careful with the post office. You can't fraud the post office. I have a scale and I have a meter here, and I weigh everything and put it into a program, and then it tells me how much the shipping is. So I am very particular about the shipping. And any of y'all that bought my retired stamps, you know that I calculate shipping from my house to yours, and I put all that information in my mailing program. One of the prizes is going to be a Stampin' Pierce mat, and I'm going to show you why I'm going to give away one of these. We're going to be using it with these flowers today. But these red rhinestones are no longer available in the catalog, and I had bought several packs of them because I loved them, and they're no longer current, so I can't use them, so I'm going to give them away. So there's one. I mean, I can use them, but y'all can't buy them, so that would be, you know, kind of. And this is my Stampin' Pierce mat. If you're doing photopolymer stamp sets, this gives you a great cushion to stamp on. I have two. I have one that I use for piercing. You can see I put pierce on here, and I have another one that I have on here for stamp, and you can see I've stamped on it. So okay, that's a very good question. Let me pull out my bone folder. This is a regular Stampin' Up! Bone folder. This is right here. These feel like they're made out of real bone. I don't know that they are. Most of them are acrylic, but I'm not sure what this one is. It feels different than the regular acrylic bone folder. This one is a Teflon bone folder. Have you ever creased paper? And I know the solution for this one is to put a piece of copy paper over it when you're doing dark colored paper. Let me grab a piece of black and I'll see if I can show you. Here is a piece of black cardstock. And say we wanted to fold this over to here, and I'm just going to do a finger fold, and then you do this. Sometimes with a regular bone folder, I don't know if you can see that, you can get see the shiny where it does that. Let me show you now with the Teflon bone folder. I'll do it on this side. This one never leaves that sheen like that, and you can rub and rub and do it both ways, and you won't get that sheen that you get on the other one. See what I mean? There's no sheen on your black card, whereas this one you've got that sheen. That's the difference in the bone folders. That's why I prefer the Teflon one. I think it's a personal preference. I'm not going to knock the Stampin' Up! Bone folder. It is a very nice bone folder. It feels good in your hand. It gives a really nice crease. I like it, but I do love my Teflon bone folder, and if y'all watch my videos, you know that 90% of the time I reach for that one. So I hope I answered your question with that little demo. All right, now I wanted to do these flowers. So these are the ones I was going for, but I can't find my mini dimensionals, and I had them right here. Oh well, I got more. I sell Stampin' Up!, so I got lots of dimensionals. This is a little pack that came in one of my paper pumpkin kits, and I always put those in with my other ones to use. I'm going to put one of those little ones right in the center of that flower, and I'm going to take the backer off. And then I'm going to cross leg this one. You know what I mean about cross legging? I'm going to offset it. I guess offset would be a better word than cross-legged. And I'm going to sit that down on there just like that. That automatically gives you some lift and looks like they're real petals. But to even make it go a bit further, I'm going to hold it really tight in the middle. You want to be careful when you're doing these petals, because I was doing one the other day and I just ripped the whole petal off. So you just want to, just a tiny bit. They don't need to be a whole lot of, curling. But if you curl them just a little bit, it just makes it look more like a real flower, I think. So do that, and then we can come in with one of these little ditties, and these will bend up on both sides so it actually looks like a little center. These ones too will also go up. Let me show you. That's why I gave away a Stampin' Pierce mat. I want to show you what you can do with this. These little pieces and this piece. Take your pick tool, has attachments. This is one of the attachments that go on, and these come with your standard take your pick tool, and these are your other stylus that comes with it. You got the big ball, the medium ball, a little one, and a tiny one, and these are great when you're doing your flowers. I'm gonna go with that. Either one of these would work, but I'm gonna go with one of the larger ones. And watch what happens. Let's move all those out of our way. Watch what happens when you just start curling. All I'm doing is breaking down the fibers in that paper by making little small circles inside of it. And then I'm just going to press. And then you have a beautiful little center that you can put in your flower like that. And then even if you wanted to go even further and stick that inside, you could even build it up more. So okay, I'm trying to read the chat. Hey Carmina, I didn't see, and Vivian, I'm seeing more new people in here. Welcome in. Anybody that I missed, welcome in. I'm going to go ahead and glue this together. I think it looks really cute like that. So I'm going to use both of those centers. So I'm going to put some glue right on the bottom of this one, just like this. Well, you know what? I've sat here so long I've got a little bit of a clot in my glue. Let me see if I can pick that out a little bit. Let's try that again. There we go. I probably got too much. So I'm going to set that right down in the middle, and I'm going to take the rest of that and put it on the back of that piece, because y'all know it doesn't take but a little bit of glue. And I'm going to set that down, and I'm going to take this little tool and just kind of press everything in while I'm bringing up those little pieces. Now you can see mailing a card like this. I wouldn't say this is something that you would want to put in the mail. Not unless you had a really, like a little box. If you had a little box or something you can mail this in, that would be fine. But I don't think that I would. And you can go even further and put a sequin or something in the middle to even make it prettier. But there's one of our flowers, and I've got some white. I got this one that I'd already made. That was with one of the little yellow dots in the middle. Let's do another one with a yellow dot. I'm going to do I don't know. Do I want to do this? Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna do another one of these. So I don't know, how many flowers are we gonna need? We need one for the card, one of the big ones for the box, and one for the card, and we need just one of these, and I've got one of those. I think we're good. I think we got enough of them. I got some leaves over here so we can put some leaves on them. I did cut some leaves because, to me they just don't look like flowers if you don't put some leaves on them. So I even ripped some leaves off of some I'd already done because they were underneath. Nobody's going to see it. So, okay, I think we're done. I think I showed y'all enough that y'all got the gist of how to do that. I might have to come back and make that white one. I'm not sure. But if we do, we will. And if we don't, we won't. All right. Let's move that over here. And let's do the star of the show. That's that box. All right. What you're going to need to make that box, I made y'all a diagram. What did I do with it? Well, everything's down here in a box. I put it all in a bin so I would have it. Okay, to start off, here is our piece that we're going to look at. This is the piece that I actually drew on the computer, and the next piece I'm going to show you is actually the piece that I took the picture of. I put X's so you would know what gets cut away. On one side, you're only going to cut away here and here, and you're going to cut up this side up to that score line, but then you're going to cut it off this way. I think the best way to do it is to bring my scoreboard up and show you. So that's what we're going to do. But I got all the measurements. These are score lines: 1 1/4, 2 inches, 4 1/2, 6 1/2, 9, 9 3/4. Then we're going to turn it and we're going to score at 2 and at 6 1/2. Very simple, easy score lines and what have you. So, hey Phyllis, how are you? So I'm catching y'all every here and there as y'all come in. So, all right, here's my scoreboard. And anytime I'm doing a 3D project, I really like to use my scoreboard. So we're going to follow those score lines. So we're going to do 1 1/4 right there. Oh, I jumped the track. Don't y'all hate it when that happens? I was up too high. Remember what I told you. Then we're going to go to 2 inches. And then we're going to go to 4 1/2. Then we're going to do 6 1/2. Then we're going to do 9 inches and 9 3/4. Okay, very simple scoring, nothing hard. Then we're going to turn it to the 8 1/2 inch side, and we're going to score at 2 inches and 6 1/2. Is that right? Yeah, 6 1/2. I know, you're probably saying, you're asking me? All right, okay, this is exactly what we have right here. Let's see if I can do a comparison. This is all of our score lines. You see how everything matches up? So, and this is going to be on the PDF, like I showed you earlier. It's in the PDF, so it's not something that's going to be hard to follow. You'll have it all written out. And when you get everything cut out, this is what you're going to have. This is what it's going to look like when everything is trimmed out. See how simple? So what we're going to do, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold all of our folds. And I am using that darker paper, so I'm going to use my Teflon bone folder. I'm going to fold my side lines first. I hate it that I went off right there, but that's all right. I think that won't be seen. I think that'll fold in, or that might be the one that gets, I don't know. We'll see. Then I'm going to fold up this way and here, and I'm going to go ahead and, when you fold your lines, make sure that your edges are straight and even. That is one of the biggest things when you're making a 3D project that can really mess you up and it not come together well. That's if you don't square everything up as you fold it. See how when I fold that down, I want to make sure that this side is perfectly even here and here. And then I'm going to give it a fold. And then I'm going to fold up I got glue or paper or something right there. Then I'm going to do the same thing here, looking and making sure everything's squared. Then I'm going to go to this one and fold it up. Better to turn it back over so you can see that you're squared up. And then I think that's all of them. Yep, we got everything done. So now we're going to do our trimming. Now I know that this is a little controversial. If I'm doing small cuts, I like my paper snips. If I'm doing anything that has a longer cut, I like these. All right, this is the side we're going to cut all the way up, and I cut the score line away. And when I say about cutting the score line away, cut to the other side of the score line so you're cutting it out. So I'm going to cut that all the way up to that second score line, just like that. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to cut this piece out. And I think I did that wrong. That's okay, it'll still work. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to cut this out. Did I do it wrong? No, I don't think I did. All right, I'm going to cut that up to that same score line. And then I'm going to turn and I'm going to cut this one out. Yeah, and I should have cut this side completely out and did the other one the other way. But that's okay. Then I'm going to angle cut right here. This is where your snips come in. When you're doing smaller cuts, the snips work much better. I'm going to just cut a little wedge. You know what I'm doing. I'm taking some of the bulk out, and I'm cutting that score line away as well. So I'm looking to make sure y'all are seeing what I'm doing. And out like that. Then I'm going to cut this side up. So we have that wedge on both sides. Now we're going to cut this middle, this little piece right here. Because what is going to happen, this is going to be the bottom of your box. So I'm going to cut on the right hand side on this side of that score line. And I'm going to cut on the left hand side of the score line on the other side. And then I'm going to do my wedge cut again. I probably make y'all nervous with this big pair of scissors, but I love my big scissors, and I usually can navigate these pretty well. And y'all know I use these all the time. Y'all see me pull them out numerous times. Now I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the other side. And I'm going to cut that score line away. And y'all excuse Bella, she is over here snoring up a storm. I guess I made her happy with her little treat, so she ate it and now she's snoozing. And then we're going to wedge this out. And the wedges don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the same. As long as you just get a little bit of the bulk out, that's all you're trying to do. All right, so now all we got to do is cut both of these out, this square and this one, as shown in this diagram. So these two are going out completely. So move that one over there. And so for this one, I'm going to cut the score line away all the way down. And then I'm going to come in and cut it away right here as well. So I'm cutting both of those. See, if I'd have thought about it, I would have did this side and I would cut this one away. But, you know, it really doesn't matter because that's where I had that little mishap. And pull that out. And then do the same thing over here. And cut this one away. Do y'all like making boxes? I absolutely love making boxes. Making them and decorating them just makes me happy. So let me see if I can get some of this debris off of my desk and down in the trash where it belongs. I don't think I folded that side. All right, that one actually needs to be folded back, and you'll see why in just a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold in those two little wedges that we did in the middle, these two little flaps, and I'm going to put some glue on them. Now you can use your sticky tape, you can use whatever adhesive you like the best. For me, I like my glue. And I'm going to bring that side of the box up and I'm going to square it up with that piece that I just put glue on. So you see what I'm doing? Turn it over and I'm going to give it a good press. In fact, I like to go in and I always call it my ironing. I like to iron that glue down so that I make sure it's getting pressed into that cardstock really well. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to put glue on that tab. And then I'm going to bring that over and make sure it's all squared up. Like I said, you want to always make sure that your pieces are squared up really well. Now we can put glue on this piece. You don't want to put glue on the tab. You just want to put glue on this piece here that's going to come up. And this is going to be the front of my box because I'm gluing these pieces to the back. So you have beautiful seams on the front. So I'm going to put glue right here. And then I'm going to bring that side up. And you know what, I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this side too. It'd be hard to put it on there when I get it turned the other way. Or get one side up and not have glue on both sides. So I'm going to bring it up, stand it up nice and straight, and make sure that my edges are come together perfect, or as perfect as we can get them. Just like that. And then I'll do the same thing over here, just fold it in, making sure everything's squared up. And I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to go in there with my bone folder and adhere it down really well, just like that. Now, I did forget to do something, and it's easier if you do it before you get the box together, but we can still manage. The little hole, and you could also close this with a little, just a little flap, and that would be a perfect way to put this box together as well. But I'm going to do it because I got my ribbon and everything. I'm going to do it with the ribbon. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my hole punch, and I'm going to use the crocodile because I love it, and I still got blue in there from where I made the one last night for today's video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eyeball. No, I'm not. I know that this is 4. It needs to go to 2 and a quarter, 2 and a quarter, and this ruler really is actually a little bit more than that. Yeah, it's about 2 and a quarter, 2 and an eighth. We'll call it 2 and an eighth, and that gives me my center. So if I go right about there, I can see where my center is. So I'm going to take a pencil, and I'm going to just make myself a little mark right about there, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. The only reason I'm doing this is so that when I punch my hole, they will be just about in the same spot, or I can line them up somewhat. That looks about right. I love the fact that you can find the center with that 0 point on this ruler. My go-to ruler for everything. Alright, so now I'm going to take my crocodile, and I'm going to go down as far as it will. I got it set, and I think it's set probably about, maybe about a ½ an inch, and I'm going to punch. And then I'm going to go over on the other side, and right where that line is, I'm going to go down and punch. See, if I had done this before I put it together, I could have just did it with it folded together, and my punches would have been perfect. But I forgot. But I think that's going to work. They line up pretty good. So I am going to take my eraser and see if I can erase my pencil mark. Just like that. Now we need some designer series paper because we want it to be pretty, right? And I pulled out a piece from the Bright and Beautiful collection, and I'm going to use this one. I love this one because it's got the mauve, it's got pinks, it's got that beautiful yellow, the lemon lolly, the lemon lime twist. I'm seeing not Night of Navy. What is it? Misty Moonlight, Pretty Peacock. It's just all colors in there. Kathy D, that ruler is in my links. Jennifer can put the link up for you if she would. It's the Tim Holtz, or the Tonic Studio Tim Holtz acrylic ruler, 12-inch ruler. And I love this because if you look, let me put it on something white. If you look at this, these are all eighth of inches, and a little square right there is a 1/4 of an inch. So you can actually line something up and see exactly where it is, whether you're measuring from the end or this way. I love this, and the fact that you got that little 0, and if you get 3 and 3 on each side, you know if that 0 is going to be the center. Like right here, if I wanted to find the center of the bottom of this box, I can very easily move my gauge over to where I've got the same amount on both sides. So 2 and a quarter and 2 and a quarter. That would be my center spot on the bottom of that box if I needed it for something. So yeah, and like I said, I appreciate so much if y'all will click my Amazon links and go there to purchase your craft supplies or anything. Like I said earlier, even if you do a load your basket up, your cart with whatever shopping you got to do, then just go back out of Amazon, it saves your cart, and then go to one of my links, click on it, then go back and check out. I will still get a little credit for that purchase. So, and I don't see what you buy, so it's not like I'm seeing everything you're doing. I don't know anything except the commission that they send me, and they'll send me, because I am an affiliate link, they'll send me a little kickback. And Lord knows these days I need a kickback. Here it is. Okay, yeah, here's all my links and everything, and they'll also be in your PDF tutorial, and when you open that up on your computer, you can click on any of these links, and it will take you right to that item. All right, I needed to see my measurements for my mats. Okay, here's my 6x6 piece of paper. And what we're going to do, we're going to cut 2 of these at 2 1/4. I needed my measurements because I couldn't remember. So we need 2 of these at 2 1/4. And those are 2 pieces. So then we're going to turn these, and we're going to cut these off at 4 1/4. So I'm gonna cut them both at the same time because it saves a little bit of time doing it. I'll line it up. This is paper. I wouldn't suggest doing this with your heavier cardstock, but you can do it with Designer Series paper. Now we've got these 2 pieces to decorate the front of our box and the back of our box. And guess what? These 2 pieces will now fit perfectly on the side of our box. So don't throw those away. We're going to put those all on our box, and then I'm going to show you what else we're going to do with this piece that's left over. We're going to utilize just about all of this Designer Series paper. So I'm going to use Stampin' Seal for this. I like Stampin' Seal when it comes to putting on my Designer Series paper. Sometimes wet glue will cause it to warp a little bit, but my Stampin' Seal works good every time. Now, it's not to say I don't use wet glue, but if you use wet glue on your paper, just be extremely cautious and don't get it real wet. It only takes a little bit, especially if you're using that art glitter glue. Well, any liquid glue, you don't need but a little bit. All right, that side's done, so now we're going to do this side. And I'm just putting about 3 pieces of Stampin' Seal, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. And we'll put this one right about here. Just like that. And we'll go inside the box and to get that in. And now let's see. I'm looking to see if any of this is going to line up correctly, and it probably won't. Oh, that's not bad. That lines up pretty good. Look. No, not really. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It's pretty any which way you want to cut it. And these would make such cute little things to give out, like a special friend, maybe your hairdresser, and you just want to say thank you. Maybe your mailman. That's if you have a nice mailman. Y'all have heard my horror stories, so my mailman doesn't get anything. He gives me a hard time. That's all I get from my mailman. Like packages thrown in the driveway, left out in the rain, dropped on the ground beside my mailbox. Oh, and the stories could go on and on. And not just me, but my neighbors as well. So it isn't just like he don't like me, or he or she. It's a he right now. Our mail carriers change every time the tide changes. All right, so now all I want to do is that little strip. See how I did the little strip on this one? And I use this to do my little strip. So all we're going to do is cut a 1/2 inch strip, and we need 2 of them. And they need to be by 4 inches. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 inches first. That gives us one little piece left over there. And I'm going to cut that to a 1/2 inch. And I'm using that side of my my trimmer because that will allow me to hold on to it over here. Now this piece, it might be he might be on his own, because I don't think, since I'm putting him over and I can't hold on to him, I sank my blade before I did anything and held on tight to my arm. So just so it doesn't move. You don't want it to move. So this is, out of that 6x6 paper, this is all we have left over. Not bad for one sheet of paper. Alright, so this, I am going to use glue on this because it's so little. And you're going to see I'm just barely going to put glue on it. Uh-oh. I got a clog again. Y'all know why. Because I'm not putting my tip back in. This paper that I'm using is called Bright and Beautiful. It's one of the new designer series paper in our catalog. Oh, look what I just did, y'all. It's the Bright and Beautiful, and it is so pretty. I'll show it to y'all in just a minute. Write that one down for me, Jennifer. Jennifer's informing me that I did not have that one on my list, so I'm just telling her to write it down for me. I'm going to use an alcohol wipe. Y'all know I make my own. Y'all watched me do this many times, and I'm just going to wipe that glue up. Look at that. No mess, no fuss. It's all gone. And I have a little microfiber cloth that I just wipe the alcohol up so I don't have a wet spot. And alcohol evaporates so fast anyway, so just a tiny little wipe and you're good. But you see here, I'm just barely putting glue on that, just a tiny little bit. And then I'm going to sit that down right in the center. Oop, you got to go over a little bit. Come on, come back up. Wet glue does allow you a little bit of wiggle room. The Stampin' Seal does if you don't push it down, but once you push that sucker down, it is down for the count. What do y'all think? So far, so good? So now we're going to put our flowers on it. So let's make sure I got my front. This is my front because I got clean folds on that side. So I'm going to take one of my flowers, and I need a leaf. I think I'm going to do a leaf. Maybe I want these. I think I'm going to do these leaves. I'm going to put one under here, coming out right about there. So I'm going to take a little bit of glue. Yeah, and there's paper on that one because I've ripped it off of another flower. But you know, it's going to be okay because nobody's going to see that. And I'm going to stick that right about there. Give it just a minute to tack. And I'm going to put the other one right here beside of it, coming out right there. So I'm going to put a little bit more glue right here. And then set that flower down right there. Isn't that pretty? Love it, love it, love it. So with a box, it doesn't matter if it's coming off of the box. In fact, I think it looks cute like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put glue on these leaves and on the bottom of that flower. And we're going to sit this down right about there. Just like that. And then I think I'm going to take this flower and put him right, maybe right there, and this one right here. I think those are pretty. And I still have the one left over for my card. So I'm going to put glue under here. And I'm going to stick this one right about there and let it be. I don't want it to hang off the bottom of the box though. Let's go up a little bit because you want your box to be able to sit. And I need a leaf for this one. I think I'm going to use the darker one. And we're going to put that leaf right about there. So I'm going to put glue actually on the stem of the leaf. And stick it down like that. And yes, I got inky fingers, but I usually keep one of these alcohol wipes right close by. I actually hang it on the side of my trash can so that I can just reach and get the glue off my fingers whenever I get sticky fingers. And y'all know if you craft, you're going to get sticky fingers, right? I think I want this one, this leaf kind of going in this direction. Something like that. Isn't that pretty? So the next thing I want to do is we're going to cut using another set of dies in our stamp set is the Something Fancy. And the reason I picked this, I want to do these little tags. And we are going to have to cut these because I did not pre-cut these. And the reason for that is I wanted to show you how you can use these little metal pieces to cut out little pieces in the top of your dies. These are so cute. Now this was a bundle, but it's no longer a bundle, it's individual. It was in the mini catalog and it was carried over. So I think I used the, yeah I did, I used this one on this one, and see the little, it's almost like a little teardrop shape right there. So I'm going to use this, I'm going to use this flower one on this one. So we're going to have to move everything out of our way because I got to get the big boy up here. So first thing I want to do is put a pin in my glue and set that over there. I'm going to set my box up here. Bring my dies out of the way because my big boy is going to take up all the whole screenshot. But you know what? I love this machine. I did invest in an electronic cutting machine, and I've decided to get the Sizzix Big Shot switch, and I do a lot of my pre-die cutting using it because the plate is so big. I can put a whole 8.5 by 11 size cardstock on it and shoot it through in one shot. And you can really be a power horse of a worker when you got something that will cut like that. I wasn't a fan of a electric die cut machine. But I kept researching the Gemini, the Gemini 2 that's coming out, or I think it's already out. I was kind of torn between the Sizzix Big Shot switch and that one. The reason I had a little small Gemini and I didn't like it. There's too many plates. It's too much to try to remember what sandwich goes with what. I like it simple, just like this. This is so simple and easy to do because I have 4 plates here. My 2 cut plates, my die adapter plate, and my base plate. And I don't need to have to sit and figure out what sandwich I got to use each time. I don't have time for that. Look at those cute little flowers that left behind. So that, you know what that means? That means we've got cute little flowers on our little tag. Isn't that cute? Super, super cute. All right, and we're going to use those flowers again because we're going to cut the bigger one, and we're going to use a piece of, where's it at? We're going to use a scrap of our Moody Mauve. Don't y'all love that name? Moody Mauve. All right, so I need the big one. I'm trying to do the little one. So there's my big one. And what did I do with my little piece? If y'all could see my whole desk, you would scream because it is a mess. And what did I do with it? All right, maybe we'll use the other one. Maybe I'll just punch a hole in this one. It's going to be behind that one anyway, so I think that'll be... You know what? I'm not even going to use a hole for this one. I'm just going to let it fly. I don't know what I did with it. I hope I didn't lose it. I hate losing a die. I'm going to put this one at an angle. It makes it go through much easier. A lot less stress if you don't go in. If you have a flat edge and you go in at an angle, it just cuts much easier. There we go. All right, let's get the big boy out of our way. I know that little die's got to be here somewhere. I don't see it. I'll find it probably after the live when I'm cleaning up and picking up, and it takes me usually an hour after a live to get everything set up and back together and what have you, because I have so much to do. I have to get the PDF up. It's always a hassle. Jennifer knows. She'll give me my notes and let me know what I didn't put on the PDF and that sort of thing. But look how pretty that looks layered on top of that. Isn't that cute? So we're going to use that stamp set. Let's see if I can find it. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to stamp a sentiment on here, and I think for this one I'm just going to do a simple thank you. Wouldn't it be nice to make a little thank you box, like a little box with something in it to say thank you to someone that had done something nice for you? I think it would be absolutely wonderful. So, everybody loves to feel appreciated. I don't care who you are. We all love to feel appreciated. So I'm debating on, I'm just going to use Memento because I don't think I can get to my VersaFine. I do use the VersaFine a lot of times for just my sentiments because I love using the VersaFine for those because it is a nice dark vibrant ink. It's a pigment ink and Memento is a dye ink, so that's the difference. The pigment ink sits on top of your paper and a dye ink actually dyes the paper. So that's the difference. Okay, there's our thank you. And put this back out of the way. So I think for this, I'm just going to glue that, but I am going to glue it kind of at an angle because I think it looks cute like that. You know what? I'm going to punch a hole. I am going to punch a hole. Where's my crocodile? Hey, I put him away. That's why I couldn't find him. I am going to punch a hole right here in the top of that. I don't think I put my crocodile on the list of things, but I need to do that because I know they sell these on Amazon as well. So I'll do that after the live, along with the other 599 things I need to do. All right, I'm going to glue that down like that, but I'm going to leave it up so that that hole is right there through the flower. And the reason I'm going to do that is I want to tie a piece of ribbon through that and put a cute little bow on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue on the better part of this piece. So I know I want that side to hang off, so I'm only going to put glue on this side. Something like that. All right, now I'm going to grab my ribbon, and I think for this one I'm going to use the same ribbon. I thought this was gone. This is the white organdy ribbon, and come to find, it's the white glitter organdy ribbon. I love this because it's beautiful. It picks up whatever color paper you put behind it, and I thought it was gone. I did send an email to Stampin' Up! Yesterday. I want to know, somebody got to tell me something. I want to know why the online exclusives are a lot of things that was in the catalog. This was one item that I thought was discontinued and gone. I put it over in my bin of ribbon that I thought I couldn't use anymore. Lo and behold, it's in the online exclusives now. It was listed as being discontinued. So I kind of let Stampin' Up! Have it yesterday, and I was not in a good mood. I had a really bad day, and I said, somebody's got to tell me why you are doing online exclusives, which that category should be just online exclusives and not retired items, clearance items, stuff that's in our annual catalog items, because it's only supposed to be online exclusives. So I did kind of give it to them, and I have not heard back. So, well, I hadn't heard back from them early this morning. I haven't checked my email the last little bit, but hopefully I will hear something, and if I do, I'm going to pass that along to y'all, because, you know, we have inquiring minds and we need to know. So I'm just going to leave that like that. I think it's kind of cute. I'm going to leave the tail kind of long. I think that looks cute on our box. So that's going to go right about there. And I am going to glue it down, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tuck it under that, underneath. I want it kind of sideways, so it looks like it's kind of dangling off. And I'm going to do it with just plain old glue, and I'm not going to put any on this side because that's going to be hanging off. So I'm just going to put my glue here and down there, and turn our little box over, stick it underneath that leaf just a little bit, and I'm cautious to make sure it's not on the bottom of my box, and I'm going to press that down. Now the only thing left to do to our box is put a ribbon in it, and I'm going to use the same ribbon. That gold ribbon's not staying tied, so that's the reason I decided not to use that. So I'm going to use another piece of this, and I'm going to use, for this, pulling it through this one, I'm going to use my little, this is actually a beader, but I love to use this for ribbon. It makes it so easy to pull it through, especially when you got small holes like that, to pull something that's wider through. It just really makes it, it's almost like a needle threader, but you can thread your holes with it, you know, any type of hole that you punch in a project. So I love that for that reason. Alright, I want it kind of frilly and flowing, so I'm going to cut it off about to here. I didn't measure the ribbon. You don't, you know, you can just do you when it comes to your bows. Just everybody do you. I am going to turn it around this way. For some reason, I tie a bow better upside down than I do right side up. I don't know why, but they seem like they hang better. They always want to twist on me anyway, so when they twist, they usually twist back around the right way, and then I have a decent looking bow. I say that, and then it's not going to do it for me today. Okay, Jennifer just let me know that I've gone over an hour, so I don't know if we're gonna make the card. The card would be really simple to make. It's a very, very simple card. There we go. Okay, there's our box. I might trim those off a little bit, or I might just leave them on there. Whoever gets this box might want to trim them if they win it. All right, let's do the card really quick, and then we're gonna move on and do our drawing. Make sure y'all let Jennifer know if you want to be in the drawing. We usually have to. Okay, she said never mind. Y'all have already been on the ball with that. All right, I'm gonna pull up a piece. This is a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of Moody Mauve, and we are gonna score that at 4 1/4. Just like that, and fold it. And let me get these out of my way. I don't want to accidentally grab those and cut paper with them. Those are my fabric and ribbon scissors. So I'm going to give that a good press, and then I want to decide which color. Where's my box at? There it is. Let's do something fun. How about this one that looks like confetti? I think that's pretty. We could do a petal pink behind it. I mean, not a petal pink, but a bubble bath, but I'm not. We're in a hurry, so I'm just going to go ahead and mat this with this piece, and I'm going to cut this piece down. I'm making a card that matches but doesn't match. It's going to be using the same color of paper. All right, you're bugging me now, so you got to go back over there. So I'm going to cut this down to 4 standard mat size for an A2 card, 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to keep that little piece right there. Let's go ahead and get a mat for the inside too while we're at it. Oh, that's not a good piece. I'm reaching in my scrap bin in case you're wondering. I usually go here first. Let's see if that's 4. By 5 1/4. You're right. You are so right, because I'm telling you what, I got so upset yesterday. I'm thinking, and then they had a glitch in the system. People that were trying to get that little pickup truck, everybody was wanting that pickup truck, and so many of us demonstrators were going on and saying that it was gone. I did. I was going to show people how to find it. Then it said it was gone. Then I refreshed and went back while I was still on the live, and it showed it was back. There was definitely a glitch in their system. I understand glitches. They were probably overwhelmed with orders yesterday. You know, that happens when they're doing big projects like that. I do have to cut another die. from this set, the Something Fancy, we're going to cut a moody mauve and a white. Let's see if this will fit. Ha-ha! I might use my, no, I can't get to it because I got everything in front of it. That's all right. It's all right. And we need a piece of mauve out of this, and I probably can get that out of this piece right here. So let's do that down. And I'm going to use one of my little post-it flags for this. These are another item that I get from Amazon, and I've recommended these to several people. In fact, I've had people to buy them, and that's what made me stop and think, why not make a little bit of money doing Amazon if, you know, right now I'm not making a killing off of Stampin' Up! Because people just, they're not buying. And so I've been praying that, you know, I'll get some new customers because I need them. I need them really bad. So if you don't currently have a demonstrator and you are interested in Stampin' Up! Products, look me up. Send your business my way. I would really appreciate it. I have mentioned this a couple of times. You know, my husband is kind of getting to the point where he's cracking down and saying, okay, if you're not making money, we got to rethink this thing. So I know that I'll always want to do my channel, but it'll be a little bit different if I'm not doing Stampin' Up! I do know that. It'll be totally different because I'm cutting both of these at one time because I can. My machine will accommodate both. You can see what I'm talking about the big platform for the other machine, because you can cut so much in one shot with it that it is unreal. All right, so I'm gonna cease my chit chat, my chatter, and see if I can get on with this so I can let y'all go. And thank y'all for bearing with me. I knew this was going to be a longer video because of the fact that I was doing a card and a box, but I just thought it was so neat to show you that you can do a box and a card and have it as a gift to present to someone, which I think is just fantastic. All right, we're going to stamp a sentiment on here, so let me find my stamp set again. And for this one, I'm going to put "You Matter to So Many." And a thank you and "You Matter to So Many" I think would be perfect. So, I can't read upside down, so I have to turn those things over so I can read them. All right, "You Matter to So Many." And I think I'm going to stamp this one in, I did black on the other one, but I think I'm going to do this in the Moody Mauve. Oh, come on, stay still. I got sticky fingers, y'all. So I'm going to pick that up and we'll try to get it straight. And crap, I've got a dog under my feet, so it's hard for me to move my chair without running over a tail or a paw. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Y'all know how much I love my babies. Almost as much as I do Autumn Grace. And all of y'all know who Autumn Grace is. She's my little doll baby. That's Jennifer's youngest. All right, so we got that. And here's our card. I'm going to turn this over and put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. I'm going to put one there, one here, and one there. Make sure I got them all off. And I love these dies because you can layer them. I love dies that layer. I've done that, but you know, I like my alcohol wipes. I probably shouldn't use them because they dry my hands out a lot, but yeah, I know that will work too. All right, so I'm going to come back right here and we're going to put this flower. I need a leaf. Like I said, I don't like flowers without a leaf. I think they just look kind of naked without some greenery. So again, I'm going to take my glue and we're going to put a little glue right there. And then just tack that flower, that leaf down into it. And see, it didn't matter that that little bit of red was showing on that leaf. Oop. Doesn't matter if it falls off though. Okay, and we're going to set that right there. And I'm going to put some more dimensionals on the back of this, because I really want that to kind of be the showcase on the front of the card, along with the beautiful flower. Okay, let's come up here so y'all can see what I'm doing. That is one of the hardest things that I have a problem with, is staying in frame, because I have such a small area from the camera view, and if I pull it up to make the camera view bigger, then y'all can't see what I'm doing. So it's always that constant game that I'm playing. So thank you, Jennifer, for letting me know. I need Jennifer to be on all of my recordings so she can say, okay, Mom, you're out of frame, you're out of frame. So I'm going to adhere that down right there. And I'm not even going to put this in. I'm just going to stick it in, and whoever gets this. Oh, I didn't put the ribbon behind it. Oh, well. I'll put some gems on it. Let's put some rhinestones or something pretty right there. Like I said, when you start rushing, you kind of lose it. And I hate to rush my videos, but I know everybody has been on here long enough now that you're ready to go. All right, this one has lemon lolly and not balmy blue. Yeah, is that balmy blue? I think it is. And these are copper clay. I'm not going to put copper clay. I think I'm going to play up on the yellow. Let's see, where's my take your pick? It's over here under something. I'm going to use the lemon lolly because I love it and I think it's so bright and pretty. I'm going to put one right there and one right here. And let's do one of the littler ones. Maybe, right about there. That gives us our 3 that everybody says looks good on a card. So there is that card. So here is where we're at. We have our drawing. Let's go ahead and get that underway. The first prize is going to be, or no, the choices you have. Let me push everything off of my mat, and like I said, I'll clean all of this up when I get back after the live. But we have this one as a prize. We have the Moody Mauve card and box. Card and box as a prize, and we also have the Orchid Oasis card and box. So, like I said, I will put these in a padded envelope, and I'll put on them that, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, don't hurry on your account, and bless you, bless you, bless you. Marlene says, slow down. Thank y'all so much. You know, Jennifer's in my ear saying, oh, Mommy, you're already over an hour. You're over an hour. You need to hurry. So, anyway, oh, thank y'all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's 19 of y'all watching, and there's only, well, I'm not even seeing any thumbs up. I'm only seeing, well, I see 2 now that I gave myself a thumbs up. But anyway, it'll probably generate. Okay, Jennifer says there's 15, so 4 people hasn't given me a thumbs up. So if you haven't gone over and clicked the little thumbs up, it's right over beside the live chat, and it'll be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Please hit the thumbs up. All right, we're ready to do the drawing. If Jennifer's ready, let's go. If your name is called or typed in the chat, please let me know ASAP which one you want. Orchid Oasis, Moody Mauve, or the gift pack. Just if you say gift pack. Diane Solomon, you get to pick first. So let us know. Type her name in, Jen, and let her know she won. I need you to choose which one you want. Oh, and as a disclaimer, candy is not included. I know, Kathy, a lot of people do the thumbs up. So Diane, let me know which prize you want. Do you want the prize package? Oh, you want the prize package, this one right here. Okay. I am going to put your name on this one because y'all know me. I'll forget by the time the video's over if I don't put a name on it. So, Diane. Oop, I got the wrong end of my pen. Haha. That's okay. I know that was you. So, Diane gets the number 1. All right. The next winner. Kathy Kelly. Tell us which one you want, Kathy. It'll be Orchid Oasis or the Moody Mauve. Oh, you're welcome, Diane. I'm glad you got the prize that you wanted. I think Margie, she either wanted those gems or she wanted a Stampin' Pierce mat. I'm not sure which. Oh, she wants the mauve. Okay, so Kathy Kelly has the mauve. And now the last winner gets this one. Jennifer Riel. Congratulations to all 3 of my winners today. So I love it when I can give away a lot of stuff. Of course, you know, with these prizes today, the shipping is definitely going to take me back. I'm going to stick this little piece of Designer Series paper in here for Kathy, and you can put that at the bottom of your card if you want to on the inside, sort of like I did this one. So anyway, I hope you want candy in yours. Okay. You know what would be perfect in these is Hershey Kisses. But I'm afraid they would be a glob of melted chocolate that would have ruined your box by the time you got it. Thank y'all all so much. Let me flip y'all around to me if I can find my mouse. I know it's here somewhere, I think. Here it is. Now I got to find a mat to be able to move it around on. Here we go. Let me transition to me. Thank y'all so much for being here. I had a blast, even if I did get rushed. I had a really good time with everyone. Thank y'all so very much for tuning in with me today and being a part of my crafty family. I love you guys so much. Sorry I kept y'all over so late today. I hate for my videos to go over, but you know, I didn't start quite as early as I normally do. I try to get on around 20 till or quarter till. I was still die cutting at a quarter till. So anyway, I love you guys so much. So much. So thanks again so much. Be sure to use those affiliate links for me. Everybody shops from Amazon. I know I do. I don't think anybody doesn't shop with Amazon. So it helps me out quite a bit. It will help continue for me to be able to bring y'all beautiful videos. And I love you guys. And until next time, remember what I always say in closing: let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He's so worthy of our honor and our praise. And it's up to us to let his light shine through us to others. So until next time, be safe, be happy, and keep on crafting. Love you. Bye-bye.